Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. And we are doing another game of IEM Kiev here. SK Gaming versus Team SoloMid. The match I've been looking forward to. This is basically the best match in the group. I don't think that the other other teams really had a chance against these teams. Not really sure whether they won any games against these teams, to be honest. So it is just my opinion. By the way, the fact that the bottom part of this is cut off, and the top part, by the way, is not due to my software. It is due to the software used at this tournament. I have no idea why they didn't check the resolution. But we are going to have to do with about 80% screen, and that is just the way it is. So whatever you have as a comment to that, don't send it to me, send it to IEM, because they screwed this one up. Anyway, we see a jungle invasion from the blue team, and that is going to do nothing at all. So yeah, I'm not sure who placed the ward there. That seems to be a blue ward. So they may actually go back in when blue is actually up. And Clairvoyance going down. Spotting the Skarner, but Skarner also sees the Clairvoyance. So nothing is going to come out of well, nothing is going to happen, basically. And Timo and what's his face, Sion, are going to steal the big raids and one of the small ones before actually going in lane. Both of them are still full health, and Timo is going to help Rammus with his blue a little bit. Rammus didn't start off at Wolves here because he was probably too late to do that. It is interesting to see Irelia in mid lane and LeBlanc in top lane, because obviously they are normally reversed, but yeah, well, I'm assuming that Sion is the counter pick to LeBlanc, and Timo, well, Timo can work against Irelia pretty well, I guess, but we'll have some trouble, no, not some trouble, we'll have a lot of trouble versus LeBlanc, and yeah, Sion starting off with the stun, I'm assuming. Or did we already see his shield? Not sure. Anyway, the Skarner getting caught here, and Timo doing quite a bit of damage to him. But Timo getting damaged as well. Rammus doing a little bit of damage to Irelia, and I'm not sure if Rammus can stay in. It seems that he has some healing potions left, so he will be fine. Yeah, he is starting boots with healing potions, and yeah, everybody seems to be starting with healing potions here. Skarner already used up all of his, and both of the junglers have health regen as their first item, so the regrowth pendant. So now the middle lane and top lane once again traded places. They already traded places once. This is the second time. Yeah, now it's Sion versus Irelia once again. And Timo versus LeBlanc. And Timo is coming top, so he probably wants to trade again. And yeah, I think Timo will get dominated by LeBlanc. That's the reason they're doing this. But yeah, the Sion going back to base, going to buy some more whatever, and then going back into the lane. Sion now getting Doran's ring. Doran's ring, that is well, it's a really good item for the amount of gold you put into it. Obviously, you will have to sell it later in the game, but by then you have reaped so much benefits from its existence or from having the item that it shouldn't matter. I mean, you get free mana regen all game long, and until you sell it, and yeah, that is a big deal. So Teemo doing some harassments to this this Irelia, and yeah, it seems that Teemo can work pretty well against her. I'm not actually sure how that works. So how that works out, because well, not a very good top laner, still learning. And Skarner getting caught here by two of the champions, and yeah, I'm not sure. They cannot kill him because Irelia is still there, but Irelia is really low on mana. And yeah, there's LeBlanc, of course. LeBlanc coming into the top lane. Once again, the trade of lanes. This is going to go on until someone actually kills one of them, I'm assuming. Because if Rammus can kill LeBlanc and get an advantage like that, he might be able to go up against her. But for now, not so much. I mean, he would need a Negatron Cloak or something to go up against her, because he needs to make sure that he won't die to whatever she can throw at him. And at the moment, yeah, that is probably not going to happen. Teemo is going to die. So you can see from his path, if you rewind the video a little bit, you can see it. He wants to go top lane, then decides, no, I'll go mid lane. No, I need to go top lane. And then eventually he goes mid lane, because he knows that he has no chance against LeBlanc. At least that's what I'm assuming. And the gold, by the way, completely equal. I'm not sure if it will be equal between or in every lane, but the total gold is completely equal. Now let's see. The Sivir 51 versus Vayne 32, so that's definitely not equal. Then Teemo 26 versus Irelia 34, so that's not equal, because they have been trading lanes all game. And then Sion, yeah, well, he can farm wherever and yeah, do whatever he wants. He's at 55 versus the 41 from LeBlanc, who has also been trading lanes all game. But yeah, mainly has been trading lanes because the because they want to annoy this other team, not because they need to. Teemo has traded lanes because he needed to, not like finishing off the finishing off the minion wave and then coming in after that. Oh, what are you doing, Rammus? Yeah, Rammus getting caught here by 3 people and finally get first blood. The blue was stolen, and he knew there were 3 people there. But then why did he run in? I have no idea. I mean, you just ask for clairvoyance, and in the meantime you go do something else. That was really sloppy. But, well, guess someone had to make the first mistake, and, well, now the gold is still equal. That is quite strange, actually. So they just got 500 more gold. No, more. 600 more gold, at least. It is, in fact, 1.7 times 400. That's almost 700 gold. And still the gold is equal. Well, it seems that now the gold is finally starting to rise, or the gold difference is finally starting to rise, because now there's a 500 gold difference between the teams. And yeah, I'm going to blame that on the Sion, who made an excellent dodge on the snare there. That was excellently done. And Sion is now able to blow up the entire minion wave, which makes it really hard for LeBlanc to actually get all of the minions, because she doesn't have AoE skills. By the way, this is again a game with LeBlanc. She seems to be really strong nowadays, because everyone keeps picking her. I don't know why. I mean, she is strong, but she's definitely not one of the best champions in the game because of her, well, lack of tankiness. She can get out of virtually any fight, that's no problem. She's very hard to gank, and she has a really high damage potential. But yeah, it's not like she can do a whole lot when the enemy team is there. And yeah, she did do some damage there, but not enough apparently to engage on that or to finish him off. But yeah, she can basically do damage one time, and if that's not enough, then she has to back out. And if she gets ganked, then she has to use her skills to get out of the fight, which means that the skills are on cooldown, and yeah, therefore she cannot engage in the fight anymore. So that's why I would say she's not as good as some of the other champions that are available, even though they may not have these kind of escape skills. So Vayne versus Sivir is really interesting because after the Sivir remake I think she's become a lot better, and she definitely does a lot more damage now. Although I really hate the fact that her ricochet is no longer really her standard skill. It is still there, but it's just not a good skill anymore. It is kind of there and does some damage. Late game it does a lot of damage, but early game when you have one skill point in it, you can do it once every, well, very many seconds. I think it's something like 12 seconds. And oh, Sion coming in, but yeah, not getting the kill here. Oh, but there comes Sivir, and Sivir gets the actual kill. And well, the second kill goes to Sion then. Nicely played by the whole team. I was assuming she would be out of range, but apparently the boomerang blade catching up with her and able to get that. Who is waiting in that bush? It is I have no idea. I cannot see from the minimap. Oh, it's LeBlanc. And wow, that damage from that boomerang blade, man. It is amazing, the amount of damage it does. And that's basically what this remake is all about. It changed the damage potential from one to the other skill. And again, I didn't see who got that dragon. I'm assuming the blue team did, but I don't know, to be honest. I mean, the blue team had smite up, and oh no, it was the blue team, because Skarner still has his smite, so he couldn't get it off in time. Yeah, so it has to be. By now TSM is ahead by 2k golds, so the gold swinging back in the other direction. Still 0 tower kills and still only 3 total deaths on both teams. Well, combined, I guess. And yeah, the whole team is so both teams are all spread out over the map. LeBlanc coming top lane to kill Teemo. But yeah, Irelia is also still there, so Teemo is not going to overextend at all. So I don't know what... Oh, LeBlanc is trying to ninja gank him, which means coming up through the bushes up on top of the top lane or on the bottom of bottom lane. And that way you can get into the fights without actually being... wow, lots of damage going off, but not nearly enough to get to Teemo. He still had more than 300 hit points left. And although for LeBlanc that is not a big deal, it is plenty of life left. And yeah, that's it's a shame because it looked really cool, and it almost worked. And wow, Sivir is so strong, man. I think she's a little bit overpowered at the moment. She does a little bit too much damage. And yeah, as I said, the ricochet used to be the skill, well, basically the signature skill on Sivir. And nowadays it's not, it's the boomerang blade, and the boomerang blade does so much damage, where the ricochet didn't do too much damage to a single target. It was more of an AoE skill. And yeah, that changes Sivir from kind of an AoE damage champion, which could push really quickly, into more of a single target nuker, I guess, with the current workings of the ricochet and the boomerang blade. And also with her innate ability, of course, the extra movement speed when you hit a champion is also definitely better against one champion than against a whole team. Because against a whole team you generally don't have to chase them that much, because they're mostly coming to you. Anyhow, we see blue on both of the mid champions, so both LeBlanc and Sion have their blue buffs, meaning that they're going to be really scary for everyone else, well, as well as each other. Sion doing some damage with his shield, but not actually managing to get a lot of minions out of that. I was assuming he would attack the two minions that were severely damaged there, but apparently not. Apparently he just wanted to let that go. Oh, heal bait. Getting the heal off at the last second made the Sivir overextend and take some tower shots, and unfortunately it didn't result in a kill, but it was really nicely done. Pressing the heal only when the final shot came in, and yeah, if she had been a little bit further away from Sivir, she would have been able to save that heal and used it another fight. Obviously that is way better than using it straight away. So we see the champions trading places once again. It seems that Sion is now mid, and LeBlanc has made peace with that, so she's not going up against Teemo. But yeah, nothing else happening at the moment. The purple team playing really passively for the moment, which is SK. And both of these teams have a pretty decent chance of winning this tournament. I think Moscow 5 is another team that has a really decent chance of winning. Not actually sure who they are and what they've done in the past, but apparently they are really good. They practice a lot, and we will see them play tomorrow. Well, actually today, but I will get the videos tomorrow. So I haven't seen them play at all yet, and I will be watching them with you guys. Well, most of you guys will have probably seen them live, and will rewatch them here on my channel. And thank you for that, because I really appreciate that. It kind of gives me the recognition of that people actually want to hear what I bring to this game as a commentary. But yeah, if you don't like the commentary, if you like the original commentary, it is also on YouTube. It is on the IEM channel. I don't know the exact thing, but if you Google then, or if you just search, then I'm sure you can find it. Anyhow, I really are getting a little bit aggressive on Teemo here, and fortunately the camera did go back to that, but not a whole lot happening. It seems that Teemo is pretty tanky, and yeah, he has 3 Doran's blades and the Wriggle's lantern, so that makes him pretty tanky, and that makes it fairly hard to kill him. And I really are just has some trouble against him at the moment, because well, she doesn't really have problems against him, she just cannot kill him. She is ahead by about 20 minions, 25. But in the overall gold, TSM is still 6k gold ahead. And Teemo is going to get some damage done, but also gets damaged really heavily, and there he goes. Wow. That was the last ultimate hit was what finished that deal. It was of course the Ignite that finished him off, but the Ignite was already on, and had that last hit from the ultimate not been exactly in that spot, he would have gotten out no problem. So Ram is using his ultimate but not getting any minions because of that. So that is kind of unfortunate. Oh, what? I was assuming his shield would kill her, but oh no, of course, with her innate ability she would have survived that, because, well, when you... I don't know how that would work. If you get damaged for more than like the 20%, that... I don't know when it triggers, but I think at 20%. So if you're at 25% and you get damaged for the full amount, do you still die? Especially by an AoE spell? Or does your clone just get spawned and you get spawned at 20% health? Because that would be the reason he was using his basic attack instead of blowing up the shield and killing her. Because if you have to trigger that first, so if you have to trigger the 20%, the clone first, then that is really more powerful than it should be. Well, I guess it's fair that way, because she doesn't really have a lot of tankiness, and this makes her sustain one more spell, I guess. But still, she has a good escape already, so there's no real need for her to be even more of an escape artist. So Sivir coming in, doing some nice damage here and pushing this lane with her teammates, obviously. I mean, everyone's here. Yeah, this is kind of the disadvantage of being Sivir. The ricochet will damage champions as well. So not just the target, and you will get focused by the turret because of that. The spell shield catching something there in that fight. I'm not sure what it was, because, well, every spell was flying around and it doesn't really matter anyway. She's full mana and she caught a spell, so whatever. Yeah, they have a lot of shields here in this team. I mean, Rammus has his defensive ball curl, and then you have the shield from Sion, you have the spell shield from Sivir, and then you have the shield from well, that's kind of an aura more, from Sona. That's not really a shield though. It's more of a buff. So they did get Baron at some point. Huh, completely missed that. I think. Yeah, whatever. Wow. That was so fail. Yeah, and if I go back, I will probably see that 4 of them were going for Baron and I was watching the one guy or something. I have no idea. But anyway, I didn't miss the buff this time. Normally I miss the fact that one team has the buff on them. Yeah, well, whatever. So they do get the Baron buff on the blue team, which means extra gold and obviously, extra health regen, extra mana regen, extra AP. Not sure about the AD, if you get extra attack damage by having the Baron buff, but well, it gives you a nice buff in most things. So, oh, he missed one. So the whole team here now. and they are going to group up and try to make something happen. Although this blue team is now going for Dragon, where the purple team probably doesn't even have the miniature on the minimap. Well, they didn't remove it from the previous time probably, so they have no idea when it comes up. They're leaving one me behind there, which is, yeah, you shouldn't do that at this point. At this point they have so much map control that the enemy team is probably not going to be able to take the next blue anyway. So you might as well just get all of the small minions as well, then you know exactly when it will respawn. And that way you can easily get the next blue and prevent them from taking it. Anyway, that's kind of, yeah. This is kind of what they are used to doing in the early game, and in the late game it really doesn't lose you games or anything like that. In the early game it will gain you a big advantage, so that's why they do it all game. But technically you shouldn't be doing that. You should be doing that with the small camps such as the wolves and the raids, because otherwise they will respawn and they will give the enemy an opportunity to get some extra XP going, some extra gold. Obviously, if you're in control of the whole jungle and you're going to keep keep killing all of the minion camps, then yeah, you should of course take it down, and that's not even a question. So Teemo now with a Phage, and that gives him a little more HP, as if he didn't have enough already, and that makes him probably the tankiest guy on the team at this moment, except for Rammus of course, but Rammus, yeah, well, can't out-tank a tank. Now, Teemo just got a whole lot of health because he was up against Irelia, and Irelia is really scary. So basically, trying to to get that to work, and he did do a pretty nice job there. So 2 red buffs now on the team, and Sion getting caught by the enemy team and going to die, giving away his blue buff. 2. I don't know who killed him. I didn't see who got the blue buff. I don't know. It may be Vayne or something like that. And she just ran out after the fight. Or did his blue buff just time out? No. Vayne has it. No. That would have been so lucky if that blue buff just timed out at the moment he got killed. But anyway, wasn't the case. Yeah, he went the wrong way basically. His whole team went downwards towards the tri-bush, and he went towards the double columns. Yeah, it wasn't really the safest route, and yeah, there you can see why. So Irelia still on top lane. Everyone just gathering around Baron, it seems. Although this Vayne really doesn't care. She will be there as quickly as she needs, or when she needs to be. And yeah, with the ward in that bush, she did see the enemy coming. So there is still a ward in the back of this Baron pit. And yeah, everyone just gathering up for the Baron fight. Oh, once again Sion getting caught here. But this time it is actually good, because he did some damage and everyone on the enemy team is now low. Purple team is going to all get killed if they stay anywhere near this team, and unfortunately they are not going to get the kills. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, they are going to get another kill. And yeah, I was assuming that the boomerang blade would not be able to reach that far. And I was wrong. So the blue buff on Sivir now. Because, well, Vayne had it and now Sivir has it. And Sivir can now spam the boomerang blades whenever she wants to. And there you go. Doing a lot of damage with that. Yeah, they leave the Baron for what it is and just going to attack whatever is left of the purple team. And they get the jungler, which makes it even more difficult for this enemy team to get the Baron, to steal the Baron. And once again, going in for the Baron kill. But yeah, it's going to be harder and harder because they get lower and lower. But then again, the enemy team is not going to come in anytime soon. Oh, wow. There you go. Ram is getting focused by LeBlanc, but that is not going to work at all. Vayne going down. I'm not sure what happened. Oh, LeBlanc is still alive. She got out, her clone only got killed, and yeah, they do have Baron buff now. So finally they are able to catch that Baron. It's now 9-3 in kills. And yeah, as you can see, 5 versus 1 in towers. That is going to be 6 versus 1. Because obviously, yeah, they're going to get this inhibitor and probably one of the next turrets. Or, I'm not sure, they may also go for this inhibitor. Yeah, they are. Yeah, with the whole enemy team there, it is safer to go for the second inhibitor, or at least the turret, because it is so much harder to defend that than to defend the double Nexus turrets. Obviously, they will still win, but you have to do it in a safe way. You have to do it in such a way that the enemy really cannot do anything about it. Sivir just killing the turret, or the inhibitor. Shirelia's going down, I don't know on which team. I'm pretty sure on both teams now. Oh, Sion actually going down. But yeah, the whole purple team is going to get aced here. Nice boomerang blades, shutting her off from the retreat path she would have taken otherwise. And yeah, in this case they're going to kill this turret, they're going to get this inhibitor because, well, only Skarner is alive. And what's Skarner going to do? Drag you into nothing? Because there's nobody there. Yeah, well. 3 inhibitors down now, and they're going to push with these super minions up to the first Nexus turret. They're going to kill it instantly. And once again, doing some damage on the Vayne as Sivir. And the shield from Janna just not enough. Janna apparently getting outclassed by Sona nowadays. I think Sona is one of the better, or is a better support than Janna, but it all depends on skill. Our Sivir is going down here, and yeah, that doesn't really matter because Irelia is going down as well. Sona actually getting the kill on that, and they are taking down the Nexus. So finally, a very exciting game, not a one-sided stomp fest like we saw in the previous games, although it was pretty obvious he was going to win at some point. Yeah, well, nice game. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.